Welcome to the Winning in Business podcast. I'm your host, Kelli Risse, and I love talking to business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are winning in business. Are you ready to reach your next level of success? If so, join us on the Winning in Business podcast as I interview entrepreneurs, business professionals, and leaders who share how they've risen to success. Before we begin, go ahead, hit subscribe and the notification button so you'll be notified each time a new episode is released. Plug in and settle in. You're about to be inspired to rise up to your next level of success. Welcome to another episode of Winning in Business. This is your host, Kelli Risse, and today we are talking about developing unshakable mental toughness. And I wanted to talk about this because I ran into someone this morning at a networking meeting who's doing 75 hard. And I always think about 75 hard as a fitness, for fitness. It's actually for mental toughness, right? To develop that discipline, that mental toughness to do the hard things. Unless you go on your website and then you see pictures of people with ripped abs. But I digress. Let's talk about mental toughness. And so we know that as high achievers, as those of us that are winning in business, winning in our careers, we are always pursuing ambitious goals. And doubt is a constant enemy. And it will creep in when we face setbacks, challenges, especially in moments of uncertainty. And it can often derail us or make us undermine our confidence. So our ability to overcome the doubt and develop mental toughness is a defining characteristic that we need, and that you will always notice that the most highly successful people, they have that mental toughness. You recognize it in them. And the coolest thing is if you can see mental toughness in someone else, that means you have it also. Maybe you want to develop it more, but if you can see it in someone else, you have it in you. So mental toughness is the strength and fortitude that allows us to overcome the challenges, persevere in the face of adversity, and maintain an unwavering belief in our own abilities. It is truly the inner strength that we have that separates those that merely dream and those that really turn their dreams into reality. All right, so we know that developing mental toughness, it's a process, and it requires this conscious effort, right? It does require intention, effort, and it also requires a willingness to face your doubts head on. So let's get into some strategies. So here's 5 ways that we can really just develop and strengthen our mental toughness. 1, we have to embrace discomfort. We know that growth happens outside our comfort zone. And when we embrace the discomfort and actively seek out challenges, y'all, actively seek them out, we will train our minds to be more resilient. Do you want to train your mind to be more resilient? Then you must seek out challenges. So embracing discomfort, it takes courage, and it takes an awareness of your thoughts, because your brain is always looking for the path of least resistance, not the most challenging, right? This is how we are wired. Our brain is always like, what is the easiest way to do something? Not the most challenging, right? It does not want to step out of our comfort zone. It wants to stay safe and inside of it, and it loves it. However, to me, this is the good news about it. When we do something enough times, it becomes natural, and then it's no longer uncomfortable. So we just need to do it a couple times, right? So then it becomes second nature. And the more we step into the unfamiliar territory, and that can be learning a new skill, taking on a daunting project, speaking in public, right? The number one fear. You build confidence and mental toughness. And I always remind myself of the 3 stages of learning: awkward, mechanical, and natural. And it is that awkward that is uncomfortable. But we don't have to stay there long. Y'all, we did this as a child all the time. We were always learning new things. We were always in awkward mode. And we survived. We did it. We persevered. We made it through. And we just need to remember that. We did it as a kid all the time. And we can do it now. So, I recently, you know this, I took up golf, right? Unless you're new to the podcast, but last year I took up golf. And so when I play with my family, it's not a big deal because they love me no matter what. When there's a group behind us and, everything gets backed up, and if a group behind us is speedier and now they're watching me tee off, that is uncomfortable, right? When I was awkward and now people are watching me, that is when I have to sit in the emotions of the uncomfortableness. And guess what? Then I did it and I did it and I did it and I did it all last season. And now this year, I'm like, okay, now I'm a little bit more mechanical at it. I'm a little natural, right? But I'm still in the mechanical phase of it. And it doesn't feel as awkward. So we just have to stick through the discomfort for a little bit until we become mechanical and then natural at it. And then guess what? Time to find a new challenge. Okay, next, mental toughness. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. Y'all, you've heard me say it before. Setbacks and failures are the inevitable path to success. And really, we just need to reframe them as opportunities for growth and learning. So anytime we have a failure is only feedback. And I learned that in a training that I went through, and it has been just such a great lesson for me because it's feedback of how I need to change, adapt, what do I need to switch? Just feedback. And every time we have a setback, it's a valuable insight and lesson that strengthens our toughness and increases our chances for future success. How awesome is that? If every time I have a setback, I go, woo, this is awesome. Now I have a better chance at future success. Instead of beating myself up for it, right? But thinking of it in that way. What's my learning from it? I just need to know what is my learning so that I can move on and apply the learning. 3, cultivate a growth mindset. Fixed mindsets are out. So if you want to be trendy, you need a growth mindset. And a growth mindset, like we need to believe that our abilities and our talents can grow, right? Through dedication, through intention, we can develop these, we can improve them, we can increase them. So out is the fixed mindset that our abilities and talents, they are just static. And when you have that fixed mindset and you think everything is static and you can't learn anymore, you can't grow anymore, like this is it, that can breed doubt and limit your potential, which also like crushes your mental toughness. So when you adapt that growth mindset, you will be more resilient in the face of challenges and better equipped to overcome doubt. So let me ask you a question. Do you believe you can overcome doubt? I have witnessed so many of my clients overcome doubt during my one-day breakthrough experience by rewiring their brain synapses. Y'all, when you were a child and through your life, your synapses, like they got wired a certain way. And sometimes whatever happened in there, it creates that doubt, right? I'm stupid. I'm not enough. Why can't I think of any limiting beliefs right now? There's a million of them. I can't do this. They're all the limiting beliefs. We just need to rewire them. And when you rewire them, they will connect a different way that then you're like, I am good enough. I am smart enough. I can make enough money. All the things that you can do. And it's just rewiring the brain. My one-day breakthrough experience does that beautifully for people. And then I just spoke with, this also is wrapped around all of the mental toughness is wrapped around emotions as well, right? Knowing your emotions. And the growth mindset is also I feel like that you can get a grasp on your emotions. Just because anger or guilt or fear or whatever is high for you, it doesn't have to be. If you're walking around going, well, that's just the way I am. Growth mindset. You are not trending. You can change all that. So I had a client that flew in from Alabama, and she like her emotions were really limiting her, and she wasn't motivated, and in her business and her sales were falling. And the one thing that truly helped her was getting her emotions level. She would say she was hyper emotional, right? Everything would send her just into a hyper emotional state. And we don't make great decisions when we are hyper emotional people, right? We know that. And so getting those emotions leveled, she did in the first quarter, she did more high level sales than she did the entire last year. So we need to rewire the brain. We need to fix the emotions. All right, mental toughness. Ooh, this goes right along with that. Practicing self-compassion. So we often think that mental toughness is associated with pushing through, push through, push through, push through, right? It's also equally important to practice self-compassion. If you're constantly berating yourself for your setbacks and your failures, that can fuel doubt and undermine your confidence as well. You are gaslighting yourself, right? So the whole gaslighting thing about, how narcissists are gaslighting you, are you gaslighting yourself? Are you berating yourself? That will undermine your confidence and decrease your mental toughness. So treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Recognize that setbacks are part of the natural process. And when you understand that and you practice your self-compassion, it will build mental toughness. And then the last one, surround yourself with positive influence. Our environment, the people we surround ourselves with, those positive influences significantly impact our mindset and our mental toughness. So for you, seek out individuals who inspire you, who motivate you, who cultivate that network of trust around you, like that you can really the people that you look up to. They provide encouragement. They provide accountability. They know when your doubt is creeping in, and they can help you reframe it. And if you don't have someone in your life like that, like, this is what coaches do. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Friends will listen. Friends will encourage. If you don't have a professional really helping you, especially if you are a business owner and you are making your own money and you are stuck, this is important, right? You got to have the right mindset to be winning in business. And have that mental toughness is so important. So embrace your discomfort, reframe your setbacks, cultivate a growth mindset, practice self-compassion, and surround yourself with positive influences. And you will develop the mental fortitude to conquer all the challenges that are standing in your way with that resilience and that mental toughness that you need to go win in business. Remember, doubt is a natural part of the human experience. It does not have to define your journey. Because when you develop that mental toughness as your ally, you have the strength, you have the mindset, you have the self-talk. Self-talk. What are you telling yourself? Self-talk, the strength, the resilience to overcome any obstacle so that you can turn your dreams into realities and achieve the goals that you want to be achieving. So if you need help in increasing your mental toughness at whatever level it is, taking it up a notch, I have several programs that can help you do that. I talked about my one-day breakthrough experience. I also have other ways that can help you. So I'd love to have a conversation with you. You can reach me through any social media platform, comment, and I would love to hear from you. If you are really strengthening your mental toughness, or you feel like you have it and you have a tip that maybe I didn't talk about today, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're doing as well. So many great strategies out there. Love to hear what you're doing as well. All right, y'all. So keep winning in business. And as I always say, rise up and live. Until next time, see ya. Have a great one. Thank you for being a part of the Winning in Business podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to rise up to your next level of success, but are worried about increased stress, time for work and yourself and your family, not to mention being exhausted, I'd like to invite you to a complimentary strategy call where I'll show you how you can do it all. I'll help you reclaim time, keep your sanity, handle the chaos with ease, and move to the next level of success that you deserve and desire. I hope you found value in listening today. Please always leave your comments, feedback, or questions. We check them all. I want you to continue winning in business and reach your next level of success. See you next time.